Hey everyone, and welcome back to my Daily News X, where we dig into the headlines that are shaping our world and what they mean for you. Well, I'm your host Kramer, and today we're talking about something that many of us are feeling the ripple effects of. Yes, so I'm talking about big company layoffs, mass layoffs coming on in these past 2 days, guys. So whether you work for a tech firm, a delivery company, or just want to understand how this might affect the job market this holiday season, stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about what are some of the big announcements coming from these big companies. All right, so we have number one is Amazon. The e-commerce and tech giant just announced it will cut around 14,000 corporate jobs this round. That represents about 4% of the corporate workforce. Their position: even though the company is profitable, the shift to artificial intelligence, automation, and removing layers of management is driving the big change. On the other side, we have another company called UPS, or United Parcel Service. On the logistics and shipping front, they have announced cuts of 34,000 operational jobs and 14,000 management roles this year. In total, one report says about 48,000 jobs in management plus operations. That is huge, guys, for the market right now, especially since we are at the end of the season, Now, why are these big companies cutting jobs right now? Like I said, we are at the end of the season. It's the end of 2025. Black Friday is coming up next. A lot of people are going to be spending a lot of money during Christmas. So what's going on? Well, let's break it down, some of the reasons behind the move so we can understand better the situation and what's happening. Number one reason is efficiency and automation. Yes, for Amazon, the memo says that the current generation of AIs is the most transformative technology we have seen since the internet. And they're just reorganizing around this subject. Overhiring during pandemic peaks. So companies like Amazon hire aggressively during the surge. I don't know if you remember back in the time, but Amazon was one of the fewest companies that were doing mass hiring to cope, with the demand that they had. So now, no demand, growth in the business model are shifting away from these type of platforms and systems. So unfortunately, they had to start cutting jobs. Shrinking margins, changing volumes. UPS is trimming because its business is with Amazon. By the way, Amazon is its largest customer, UPS, and it's being reduced. So less volume means fewer workers needed to complete the jobs. Structuring for a different future. So yes, these companies are saying, okay, well, this is what we believe the business is going forward. Let's align our cost structure and workforce to that. So Amazon is saying they'll keep hiring in key strategic areas only, even while cutting other sectors. Now, what does it mean for the people and the job market as we speak? Well, it means job insecurity may increase. Analysts say that the no hire, no fire era might be over, just like it sounds. So these kinds of layoffs levels come in periods of real change in the economy, especially if the economy is slowing down right now. More competition for fewer roles. With big employers reducing headcount, mid-sized and smaller firms might tighten up as well. That means if you're hunting a job, you may need to be more proactive, skillful, and pitching value. Yeah, you need to sell yourself better and convince, the interviewers. Holiday season uncertainty. As we approach the end of the year of Christmas, many industries rely on seasonal hiring and holiday demand. But guess what? With big firms cutting and broader economy uncertain, seasonal contracts might be fewer than we expected, and firms may delay hiring until Q1 for next year. Pressure on pay and bargain power. Yes, so when layoffs are large, it shifts leverage somehow away from workers, meaning that we lose power. It may affect wage growth, raise demands for upskilling or versatility, and push people toward gig or contract work. I see a lot of people going to be doing a lot of gig work during the Christmas or Black Friday. We can expect that coming up next. What can we expect in the coming months? Well, guess what? More announcements may come. These are major players, but not alone. The trend is emerging across different sectors and industries, from retail to food and beverage departments and other sectors and tech sectors as well. Some industries may brace for reduced hiring rather than active layoffs. Firms may freeze hiring just to adjust. Restructuring and consolidation might accelerate. Companies will invest heavily in tech and AI automation, reducing layers of management, unfortunately. Seasonal hiring, holiday, and Q4 might be scaled back, which puts pressure on those looking for short-term gigs or supplemental income during the holidays. For employees, we may see increased uptake of internal job mobility programs, severance negotiating, and possibly earlier planning in case of job changes. Meaning that, for example, before you have like 3 or 4 people doing different type of jobs, one person might be multitasking and doing these jobs for that one person can only do it for yourself. Have to get ready, especially before Christmas. If you're hearing this and feeling a little anxious, so here are some practical steps for you so you can be ready. Update your resume and LinkedIn profile now. Don't wait until something happens. Start networking and reconnecting with contacts. When opportunities appear, being in someone's radar, believe it or not, helps. Upskill or diversify. If your role is an industry under pressure, consider ways to add skills, especially in digital, automation, and analytics. That make you less vulnerable to being fired or be changed from position. Budget and plan. With uncertainty, having a buffer is very wise. For the holiday season, anticipate the possibility of less gig work or just a few hours. Stay informed. Watch your industry. See if your employer is making public announcements. If you work for a supplier or partner or a big company, consider how broader trends, like for Amazon cutting jobs, might ripple upward. Yes, you need to be watching the news very proactively. Mental health check. Big layoffs impact morale. And not just for those that are being let go or fired. No, I'm talking about those who are staying and still working. So don't neglect emotional well-being and support systems. Believe me. All right, guys. So you have to wrap things up and just get this podcast done. So in short, a big headline moves from Amazon and UPS highlighting a turning point in the economy. We're seeing large-scale cuts tied to automation, unfortunately, AI, and shifting volumes and restructuring. If you're working in impacted industries or just want to be prepared, now is the time to act rather than just wait. Heading into the holidays, the vibe is brace and prepare for impact, rather than celebrate, uncheck, or spend money, especially for job markets and hiring. But that doesn't mean we need to panic, guys. Come on. It means we need to strategize and just get ready and be prepped. Thanks for tuning in to my Daily News X. If you found this useful, drop us a comment below. Share your thoughts or tell us which company move we should cover next. Until next time, stay sharp, stay prepared, and take care of yourself. Have yourself a great day.